The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for the 17th day. Yes, I do have to look down to remember what day of the month it is, of January 2024. And we end technically the first week of the season with our first Saturday game of the week broadcast on this Wednesday between the defending world champion Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. Twins opened up at home yesterday and almost did that game. It was going to be Dave Stieb and Burt Blyleven, and I'm glad I didn't. It was a 13-11 ball game with the Blue Jays on top. Today it'll be Jimmy Key and Charlie Lee. You'll see their numbers in a moment. The Jays are 2-2 after their win yesterday here at the Metrodome. Weekend set against the Twins. The Twins, World Series fever, maybe a little too much banquet food. They're 0-3. They're not the worst start in the American League. That would be the Red Sox at 0-4. Yep, another year where the Red Sox are expected to do well, and they're off to a thundering herd of turtles start. Twins are going to go with Charlie Lee. And this is certainly going to be a bullpen game for the Twins. Jimmy Key making a second start of the year for the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays came so close in 87. Between 89 and 93, they won the division 3 times. Actually, I think they won the division 4 times. So they're right on the cusp of their dynasty in Toronto. The Twins are a pretty good team. They need to win a ball game. So that's the setup for you. We're indoors at the Metrodome. Weather not a factor. Let's do this, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents 1988 MLB replay today from the Hubert Horatio Humphrey Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Don't say that 10 times fast. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So it will be, yep, you need me some January. Everyone's in pink today in the chat so far. Dave and John. How are you, Dave? You need some January baseball. Let's go. Jimmy Key is 0-1 on this replay so far. Charlie Lee making his first start. Lee, over from the Montreal Expos, will make 23 starts. Oh, and only threw 130 innings. Great. 7-7, a 4.85 ERA. Charlie is 32 years old. How you doing, Forrest? Forrest is in red. Fastball at 87 and a fly ball pitcher. Went 130 innings in 88, 156 hits, 19 homers. He walked 50 while striking out 72. Here's how the Blue Jays are going to line up for you. Nelson Lariano leads off at second. Lloyd Mosby in left will bat second. Tony Fernandez, recovered from his broken leg, will bat third and play short. Why in the world is Jimmy Williams batting him third? George Bell, the DH, cleans up. Ernie Witt behind the plate will bat fifth. Rance Mulliniks at third goes sixth. Jesse Barfield in right will bat seventh. The crime dog, Fred McGriff, batting eighth. That's a pretty good lineup when McGriff hits eighth. And Sal Campusano, hopefully he didn't invest too much in his rookie cards, will bat ninth and play center field. Lee should go 90 pitches, probably close to 6 innings. Tribe Fan says a reference that only a few might get. Too bad Motorhead didn't make their time to play the game song till after this place collapsed. Could play that song in the dome. So loud. They had such a home field advantage. Here's how the Twins set up defensively. Gladden is an 8 and a 7 in left. Kirby Puckett a 10 and an 8 in the center. Tom Bernansky, who has his bags packed for St. Louis, a 2 and a 3 in right. Gary Gaetti at 10 at third. Greg Gagne at 5 at short. Steve Lombardozzi, making his locker available to Tommy Herr at some point in the near future, is a 3 at second. Ken Herbeck a 3 at first. Still not on Ron Gann's Christmas card list. Tim Loudner is a 7 and a 4 behind the plate. And Lee is a 7 on the mound with the 1,000 fielding percentage. Lariano at 294, 5 for 17 on the young year, a home run and 4 RBI. And with all that, Popped up. Right side. Lombardozzi. 1 out. For Lloyd Moseby, 3 for 8 on the season. That's a 375 average with a solo homer. 239, 7 triples, 10 homers, and 42 RBI. Lee winds and fires. That's into right field and ripped deep. Back goes Brunansky, and that ball is gone. So Lloyd Port Moseby with a home run with 1 out here in the top of the first. It's his second of the year. He'll hit 10 in 472 at-bats. Here it is again. He just crushed it. And there wasn't anything Brunansky could do but turn and watch it go. Bounced off the old football bleachers here at the Metrodome. So 1-0 start. He moved the mouse in the right place. Now bring up Tony Fernandez, 3 for 15, hitting 200. Already has a triple and 4 RBI. Hit 287 and 88. 41 doubles, 5 homers, and 70 RBI. Lee's pitch to Lombardozzi, over to Herbeck for the out. Brings up George Bell, off to a good start. 7 for 18, hitting 389 and 2 RBI. 269, 24 homers, and 97 RBI for the Jays in real life. Popped up, Loudner. Doffs the mask, and that will retire the side. However, a solo homer from Lloyd Moseby has the Blue Jays on the board are running a hit after half an inning. 1-0 Toronto. Jimmy Key making his second start of the year. 27 years old. Fastball at 85 and a fly ball pitcher against the Royals on opening day, so he is on full rest. He took the loss in a 6-4 ball game. He went 5 1/3, 103 pitches, 10 hits, 6 runs all earned. That's Christmas tree material. A home run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. In real life, 12-5 with a 3.29 ERA. He only will make 21 starts for Toronto. Which is why he only threw 131 1/3 innings. The lineup he'll face: Dan Gladden leads off in left. Greg Gagne will bat second and play short. Kirby Puckett will go third and center. Gary Gaetti cleans up at third. Gene Larkin, the DH today, goes fifth. Kent Herbeck will bat sixth and play first. Tom Brunansky in right will bat seventh. Steve Lombardozzi at second, batting eighth. And Loudner behind the plate. Tim will bat ninth. Key, maybe 7. Should throw 105 pitches. Lee, by the way, threw 11 in his half of the first. Lloyd Moseby is a 4 and a 2 and left. Sal Campusano is a 5 and a 3. It's not Sal. In center field. Sal was an actor. Jesse Barfield is a 7 and a 9 and right. Rance Melnick's a 2 at third. Tony Fernandez a 10 at short. Nelson Lariano a 3 at second. Fred McGriff a 6 at first. Ernie Witt a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Key is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Gladden at 267, 4 for 15. Game 5 for the Jays and Game 4 for the Twins. What makes me play this? Choose over OOTP. I don't find OOTP to be a great replay engine. OOTP is a fantastic sandbox, but I love how Action PC does as a replay engine, and that's my preferred way to play. Pitch to Gladden. There's a ground ball to short. Fernandez throws to McGriff, and there's 1 out. Here's Gagne at 231, no homers and 2 RBI. Pitch from Key. There's a liner in the left field. Mosby will pick it up. That's a base hit, and Gagne goes back to first. You're welcome. All personal preference, so OTP's a fine game. Kirby Puckett, 5 for 14, hitting .357. That's a magnum of a batting average. 2 doubles. Runner on first. Key winds and fires, and that's a high fly ball to left, but that will stay in the yard. Mosby's there, and Gagnon goes back to first. So a long loud out. 2 out for Gaetti. 5 for 10 on the young year. 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 6 RBI. Plenty of room to like a lot of different games. Pitch or throw to first. Gagne wasn't going anywhere, and now he's even got less of a chance. Key from the wind with 2 out. That's into left field. Mosby retreating to the track, but will make the catch to retire the side. Twins get a hit, and that's it. No runs, no errors, and leave on a runner, and after 1-0 Toronto. So Witt, Mulliniks, and Barfield. Ernie off to a slow start, 1 for 12. Before all is said and done, 251, 16 homers, and 70 RBI. That's what he did in real life. Lee starts the second. Fly ball in the alley in left center. That's well hit, and Gladden will just watch. That is gone. And so Lee has allowed 2 home runs in an inning plus. 425 feet. Charlie, in real life, allowed 19 homers in 130 innings. And Witt takes him the opposite way and sends that one halfway to St. Paul. My goodness. That's almost up in the football suites. So here's Mulliniks. Rants at 231, a homer and 5 RBI. He had 300 for the Jays in 88, 12 homers and 48 RBI. Pitch to Rants into right center field. Puckett running over. He's got a long way to run, and that's off the hefty bag. So Mulliniks is into second, standing, and Lee is getting rattled around here a bit. That'll bring up Jesse Barfield, 389, 2 homers already, and 4 RBI. Hit 244. I think he goes to New York after this year, right? 18 homers and 56 RBI. Into right center, Puckett makes the catch for the out. Mulliniks will hold at second. McGriff. Wow, what a start. 8 for 15, 533. You gotta love April baseball. 2 homers and 5 RBI. McGriff at 34 in 88, but only drove in 82. Well, hitting 282. So 1 out, 2-0 Jays here in the second. Ropes this one to right. Bernansky slides and we'll let that one drop. Saves a base for sure. He throws it back in, and the Jays have runners on the corners and only 1 out. For Sil Campusano, 1 for 10, 218 in real life, 2 homers and 12 RBI. So the Twins going the wrong way if they want to win their first of 88. Struck him out. Lee got him to do a check swing on a 2-2 curve. Liriano 0 for 1, opening 9 for Lee, 34 pitches. Ending in 2/3, the 4 hits, both the runs are earned. Solo homers by Mosby and Witt, and he has struck out 1. Fly ball right field. Puckett over in the alley will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Jays get a run on 3 hits. They leave runners on the corners. After an inning and a half, it's Toronto 2, Minnesota none. So Larkin, Herbeck, and Bernansky. Gene 0 for 5. On the real year, 267, 8 homers, and 70 RBI. Starts the second, fly ball, right center, Campusano, 1 out. You would think that Toronto is in a good spot to win the East. Remember, there's a 5-way chase for teams that finish within 3.5 games of each other. And the Red Sox have started 0-4. Herbeck, 2 for 8 with an RBI. 312, 25 homers, and 76 RBI. Got him. First strikeout for Key. A 1-2 fastball in there. Got him looking. So here's Brunansky, 2 for 10. A home run and 7 RBI. In the left, Mosby coming in, rides the swing, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third on a Saturday in Minneapolis, 2-0 Toronto. So Mosby homered. He has 4 hits on the season, and 2 of them are solo homers. Got him. So whatever they were working on with Lee between innings, he struck out 2 now. Fastball got him the chase. 1 out for Fernandez. Tony's 0 for 1. Right back up the box. Lee throws to Herbeck. 2 out. Fernandez, of course, broke his leg towards the end of the 87 season when the Blue Jays and the Tigers were fighting it out for the pennant or for the division title. I guess you don't win a pennant if you win the division. George Bell is 0 for 1. Lee winds and fires into left center. Kirby ranging over, makes the catch, and finally the Blue Jays go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the third here in Minnesota. 2-0 Jays. So Lombardozzi, Loudner, and Gladden to face Key here in the third. Steve is 0 for 6 in 88. Overall 209, 3 homers, and 27 RBI. Twins will shortly make the move to get Tommy Herr. And they saw enough for her in the 87 World Series with the Cardinals. And St. Louis, with Jack Clark gone, needs the power that Brunansky's going to bring. Pitch to Lombardozzi, struck him out. That's 2 for Key. Fastball chased, 1 out for Loudner. 2 for 4. Single twice and driven in a run. 251 overall, 13 homers, and 54 RBI. Line drive to left. Mosby tracks that one down almost in foul territory. 2 out. Here's Dan Gladden, 0 for 1, opening 9 for Key. 36 pitches, 2 2/3, a hit and 2 strikeouts. I always liked the Metrodome for baseball. It was one of the rare places you don't see it here. I think this shot is from the 87 series. It's either that or 91. Where they would actually put designs on the turf, so it looked like it had been mowed. Fly ball, left center field. Campusano goes back, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So Key has breezed through the first 3 innings. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the fourth. Toronto 2, Minnesota nothing. So Witt, Mullenix, and Barfield. Ernie, a solo homer deep to left center, his first time up. Puckett coming in, 1 out. When did the Hall of Fame announcement? When is it? There's Rance Mullenix. Rance has doubled. He's 1 for 1. Lee, deep breath and deals. To right field, that's down the line. Brunansky going back, and that is gone. So Mullenix rode the line, and it's 3-0 Toronto. His second of the year, and his second extra base hit of the ballgame. In time, they will put a full big old bag over those football bleachers, but not there. I think this shot is from the 87 series. If you look up by the Winston ad, well, you'll see it when the Toronto lineup comes off the screen. That is too short for Braves up top. I think that says Cardinals. Come for the Fortnite chat. Get ballpark archaeology instead. Jesse Barfield's 0 for 1. Lee's pitch. Into left center. Kirby. That's playable. 2 out for McGriff. Fred singled his first time up. High ground ball to Herbeck. Kent goes to the bag himself. January 23rd, I'm being told, for the Hall of Fame. 1 run, another home run. This time is Rance Mulliniks. A hit and no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 4, 3-0 Toronto. So here's a quick look at some way too early standings and some leaders. The Tigers in first place. A half a game up on Milwaukee and the Yankees. Cleveland, who I think can make a run. They weren't terrible. Toronto a game back. The Orioles a game and a half back. And it must be a Ron replay because the Red Sox are on last. And the West, it's a whole jumble. California, Kansas City, Oakland, and Texas have all opened up 3-1. The defending world champions are 0-3. In the National League East, we've already called it for the Mets. They're 3-1. Philly, Chicago, and the Cardinals. We'll see the Mets and the Cardinals next week. A half game back, Pittsburgh 1-2 and Montreal 1-3. And in the West, San Francisco, who I need to have on, the defending NL West champs, 3-1. The Reds, the Padres, the Dodgers are 1-3. MLB Network at 6 next Tuesday night, I'm being told. And as far as early numbers are concerned, the Orioles in 3 games are hit with ERA of 1.38 and haven't committed an error. Greg Gagne singled his first time up. The lone hit for Minnesota. Right center, Campusano going back. Makes the catch. 4:08 to dead center. 3:27 down the lines. Multi-purpose stadium, of course. In fact, the Vikings still play there. In the relatively new U.S. Bank Dome, or stadium. They don't call them domes anymore. Kirby Puckett is 0 for 1. Base hit, left center field. Campusano will throw it back in. So the second hit for the Twins, and here's Gaetti. Gary's 0 for 1. When they stunned the Tigers in the 87 LCS, and everyone brought out their decibel meters, I think it got up to jet engine level in this building. The Tigers were taken completely by surprise, although Frank Viola had a magnificent 87. But the Cardinals, even though they came off a tough 7-game series against the Giants, really should have been prepared. It was the first World Series in the 3 times that they'd played the World Series at that point that the home team won all 7 games. Gaetti's 0 for 1. Line drive, left field, hooking foul. And someone who still thinks they're at the Old Park in Bloomington made that catch, and the count is full. Kirby ain't going anywhere. Throw to first. And he's back. Gaetti, left field. Mosby retreating. 1 out. Target field, by the way, is quite nice. Or at least it looks nice. Gene Larkin is 0 for 1. Although, again, just my opinion, of all the domes, I like this one the best. Larkin up the middle, and that's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Campusano picks it up. Kirby is going to hold it second, right? No, he's going for third, and the throw is cut off by Fernandez. So the Twins have runners on the corners, 2 out for Herbeck. But it's lefty versus lefty. Kirby on first, or third, rather. Larkin on first. Pitch to Herbeck. Ripped to right, but right at Barfield. And that will take care of the Twins. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 5th. Toronto 3, Minnesota nothing. So Campusano struck out his first time up. Liriano and Mosby to follow. That is roped down the line and right. Berdansky got a bad jump. Plays it off the wall. And Campusano's in there with a double. You know it's not your day when a .218 hitter gets a double. He had 10 in 142 at-bats. And looks like he could be trying out to be the new member of Belle Biv DeVoe. Liriano is 0 for 2. Lee's opening 18. He's almost done. 79 pitches, 4+ innings, 6 hits, 3 solo homers. All the Blue Jays runs have come via the long ball, and he has struck out 2. In the right, Berdansky. In the corner, and that'll hook foul. No. Did he make the catch? Wow, that's new this year. So Berdansky made the catch. He reached in, and the seas parted, and Campusano, noticing that Berdansky had his back turned to him, went into third. Well done, Mr. Cook. So here's Mosby, who has homered and struck out. He's 1 for 2. In the right center, Kirby makes the catch. Campusano will tag and hold. You guys are awful quiet today. So here's Fernandez. Tony is 0 for 2. In the left center, Puckett going to have to do some running. Makes the catch, and that will do it. That should do it for Lee as well after halfway home on a cold day in Vermont. 19 degrees. It is 3-0 Jays. So what am I drinking on this cold day? A nice coffee, of course. Join us late. Here's how we got here. Lloyd Mosby, a home run in the first, his second of the young year. This is only the 5th game for Toronto to make it 1-0. In the second, Ernie Witt on corked one, 425 feet to dead left center, almost to the back of the first deck. 2-0 Toronto. And in the fourth, Rance Mulliniks rode the line down and right for his second home run of the season to make it 3-0. So Jimmy Key, a 3-hitter through 4, and his fan 2. Charlie Lee, his day is probably done. He was only going to go 90 pitches anyway, and that got him 5 innings, 6 hits, and the 3 solo homers. He struck out 2. So it'll be Berdansky, Lombardozzi, and Loudner here in the bottom of the 5th. Tom is 0 for 1. Key starts the frame. Struck him out. That's 3. Oh, 1-2 fastball. Got him looking. For Lombardozzi. Steve is 0 for 1. I think we got the Jays and the Yankees tomorrow. We'll look. In the left center field, Campusano. 2 out. Here's Loudner. He's 0 for 1. And he draws the walk. So the Twins have nibbled a bit here and there, as the full count fastball from Key missed way outside. Gladden is 0 for 2. Key, 18 batters, 4 2/3, 76 pitches, 3 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And that's into left center field. Campusano picks it up off a hard hop. Ladner's going to round third and score, and Gladden finds himself with the second double of the year. Or his second double of the year. And the Twins are on the board 3-1. They are still the world champions, and they actually, as we've said before, had a better record in 88 than they did in 87. Don't sleep on this team. Here's Gagne. He is 1 for 2 with a single. That is going to be a base hit in the shallow left center. Campusano had a long way to run. He grabs it off a weird hop. Gladden's going to round third and score, and the Twins have a 2 spot. And that'll bring up Kirby Puckett. Kirby 1 for 2. And so Key has lost the script here in the 5th. Throw to first, Gagne back. Jays Twins on a Saturday afternoon. Doesn't this game, gang, have Bob Costas and Tony Kubek written all over it? Pitch to Puckett. Popped up, right side. McGriff makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Hello from Snowy Bellingham. How you doing, Scotty? Twins make this a game. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 6th. It's the Jays 3, the Twins 2. So Lee is done. Oh, my goodness. Look at the lefties. We would not go with a left-handed pitcher. Who are we going to go with? Wow. Juan Berenguer, I think, is going to get it. So Berenguer making his 3rd appearance of the year. He's 34 years old. Fastball at 95 and a fly ball pitcher. He pitched twice in the Yankee series on back-to-back days. He last went on the 6th, which would have been Wednesday. And an 8-7 loss, 2 innings, 37 pitches, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. So Berenguer, who's going to gobble up some innings for the Twins today, 3 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. In 100 innings overall and can throw 75 pitches. Bell, Witt, and Mullenix for the Jays here in the 6th. How much snow you got, Scotty? Bell is 0 for 2. Right center, Puckett, 1 out. Ernie Witt, 1 for 2. He hit that massive home run to left center in the 2nd. And he draws the walk. Berenguer lost him on a full count fastball inside. Okay, Mullenix. He's had himself a day, a double, and then in his last at-bat in the 4th, homer down the line and right. Struck him out. Berenguer got in a chase, 1-2 change. Mullenix was thinking fastball all the way, and Berenguer took 10 miles an hour off it. So 2 out for Barfield. Jesse is 0 for 2. And there's a balk. We have another balk. Tom Kelly shouting stuff from the dugout. So a 2-2 count to Barfield. Berenguer tries to get his head back in there. That was questionable. Ball 4. So Barfield, a full count changeup, was high. 2 out for Fred McGriff, who you don't want to mess with. Fred is 1 for 2. Twins got 2 in the 5th. Berenguer trying to get a shutdown inning. Popped up. Herbeck. Foul territory. Calls for it. Brunansky gives way, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, a balk, and no errors. Jays leave on 2, bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Toronto. So, look at the right side. Ronnie Gaetti, Larkin, and Herbeck to face Key here in the 6th. Gary is 0 for 2. That's a ground ball past Fernandez, and that's a base hit. So both teams now have 6 hits. No one's made an error. Jays have left on 5. The Twins have stranded 4. Gene Larkin is 1 for 2 with a single. This might be 2. Fernandez comes in. Liriano for 1. Nelson pivots, throws to first. 2 out. They turn it 6-4-3. Might see Key pitch in the 7th now. So here's Herbeck. Ken is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. In the left center, Campusano coming in, makes the catch, and that'll do it. So the Twins start out well, but they don't finish well. They get a hit, leave nobody on because of the double play, and after 6, Jays 3, Twins 2. So Campusano, Liriano, and Mosby to face Berenguer here in the 7th. Sill had that double his last time up. 1 for 2. To right, 1 out. Liriano is 0 for 3. Berenguer winds and fires. Slow ground ball to Lombardozzi. Over to Herbeck for the out. 2 away. So not only are the Twins looking for their first win, the Red Sox are looking for their first win. It's kind of like stirring up the thing of yogurt. The Dodgers are in dead last, but they have won a ball game. Although I'm not so worried about the Dodgers. Mosby homered in the 1st. He's 1 for 3. Ground ball to 3rd. Gaetti's there. He throws to Herbeck. Mosby running, and Lloyd beat it out on the bang-banger. So a 2-out single for Tony Fernandez. Can somebody please explain why in purgatory Tony Fernandez is hitting 3rd? It's 0 for 3 today. Mosby stays put, gets away from Lauder. But Mosby doesn't go. 3-1 the count to Fernandez. Berenguer from the stretch. Got him! And that'll do it. Stretch time. Mark Eichhorn coming in. 3-2 Jays. So Mike Eichhorn making his 3rd appearance of the year already. He went 2 innings on Wednesday, the 6th, and an 11-4 win. 51 pitches. Got a great outing. 5 hits. 4 runs all earned. A walk and a strikeout. So three innings on the year. 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And an earned run average of 12. I lost my... Oh. The mouse disappeared. He's 28. Fastball 87 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Only goes 37 times. He must have gotten hurt. 0-3 a save and a 4.19 ERA. Brunansky 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Lombardozzi and Loudner to follow. Bruno over the mound. Fernandez on the pit. Throws to McGriff. 1 out. Did you guys want some of the coffee I have? Lombardozzi is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Slow chopper to Fernandez. Tony, a great glove. Throws to McGriff, and Lombardozzi won't beat that one out. 2 away. So here's Loudner. Tim has walked and scored. That came in the 5th. Got him. So a good inning from Eichhorn as Loudner chased a 2-2 fastball. And after 7, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th, 3-2 Toronto. So Bell, Witt, and Mullenix to face Berenguer. George is 0 for 3. Got him. An 0-2 changeup inside. Ernie Witt homered in the second, 1 for 2. It's also walked. To Lombardozzi, Steve handles it, throws to first, 2 out. So Berenguer making quick work of the Jays. He's allowed 1 hit, walked 2 in 2 2/3. Here's Mullenix. He homered in the 4th. All 3 runs for the Jays on solo shots. Struck him out. So Berenguer is going to get the 9th. Tom Henke coming in to pitch after 7.5. It's the Jays 3, the Twins 2. So Henke can go 2 innings. He would only go 52 games, make 25 saves. The Terminator is 31, fastball at 94, and doesn't favor the ground nor the fly ball. He pitched last night in a 13-11 win. Went 1 inning through 28 pitches, so he's on back-to-back games. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. 68 innings overall, while striking out 66. So top of the lineup for the Twins, Jimmy Key goes 7 and is in line for the win. Gladden, RBI double in the 5th. 1 for 3. Into center, Campusano doesn't even have to move. Scouted perfectly, 1 out. So here's Gagne, 2 for 3. Greg is singled twice. We know that for a lot of you out there, it has been cold in the Midwest and in Texas. My friend Curtis says the wind chills have dipped to nearly 0. That's cold, especially for Texas. 19 here in town. We've not had a night this winter, and of course it's only the 17th of January, where we've reached below 0. We'll have a couple before all is said and done. So for this part of the world, it's actually been warm. We got snow on the ground. We had a green Christmas and a green New Year's. Gagne is 2 for 3. Has singled twice and driven in a run. And that ball is long gone. Gagne has tied the ball game on a home run down the line and left, and it's 3-3. So Henke on his second save attempt has blown it, and Gagne hits his first of the year. Henke, I don't know what he threw, but it got enough of the plate for Gagne just to terrorize that one. You want the analytics? The launch angle was perfect and left the bat like Superman, a speeding bullet. Here's Kirby Puckett. He's 1 for 3. So both teams now have 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. And in the second appearance of the year, Henke has a blown save. Here's Kirby, 1 for 3. That's a ground ball right side, and the go-ahead run is on. Jeff Reardon is starting to loosen in the Twins' pen. Gaetti, not a bunter. 1 for 3 today. In the center, back goes Campusano, way back there. He's still running, and that is off the wall. He didn't really know how to play it off that soft canvas bag, and Puckett's going to score. Gaetti's going for 3, and he's in there. He has 2 triples on the year, and the Twins are up 4-3. And the Homer Hankies are in force. Gaetti only had 2 triples, playing pretty much a full schedule at third base in real life. And in the 4th game of the year for the Twins, he has his 2nd triple. Larkin 1 for 3. So Reardon now in the bullpen, throwing with some purpose. Base hit up the middle. It is 5-3. And Tom Hankey's day is done. I didn't put him in. No cards and letters for that. David Wells tries to staunch the bleeding. With 1 out here in the 8th, it's 5-3 Minnesota. So Wells, who made 41 relief appearances for the Jays, is 25. Throws a curveball. That fastball is hard at 93. He got the win last night in an inning in the 3rd, but didn't pitch all that well. 36 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Is it Hankey or Mr. Hankey? Hi-de-ho, De Marino. 3 innings for Boomer, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. I think today it's Sharman. Here's Herbeck. Ken is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So the Twins nickel and dime their way to a 3 spot here in the 8th with 1 out. Then Larkin on first. Hi-de-ho there, Tribe fan. The people wonder why I don't have a real job. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Vinny Scully doing this? Herbeck's 0 for 3 with a K. That's in the left field. Mosby's going to have to retreat to the wall. Makes the catch. Larkin goes back to first. And Mosby with a bullet in with the out. So 2 out for Bernansky, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The Twins get to Tom Henke here in the 8th. In the right, Barfield in the corner. Makes the catch, 2 out, and that'll do it. So Berenguer is in line for his first win. Now, Reardon pitched last night. And he is 0-2. So the crowd not so happy with Uncle Ron at this point. Jeff is 33, fastball at 87, and a standard pitcher. He's blown 1 save. And that 13-11 loss last night, a home run. 1 inning, 18 pitches. Both the runs were earned. So an inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, and a home run. The Yankees beat him on April 6th. So Barfield, McGriff, and Campusano. The Jays need 2 to tie and 3 to go ahead. And to send Reardon to Boston. And Rick Leach is going to pinch hit. Interesting. Oh, right move. Leach 4 for 11 with 4 doubles on the year. He has pinch hit, but has not hit. Or does not have a pinch hit as a pinch hitter. Ground ball to Herbeck. Reardon to the bag. Kent flips over. 1 out. For McGriff, who is 1 for 3. 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Twins. They've left on 5. The Jays 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and they have left on 6. McGriff is singled. Popped up. Right side. Lombardozzi. 2 out. I imagine the Jays are going to pinch hit for Campusano here. Sill is 1 for 3. He has doubled and struck out. Last chance saloon for the Jays here in the 9th. And the Twins will get off the schneid for 88. Stays in the game. Ground ball to Herbeck. Takes it to the bag, and the Twins have won their first game of the season. A rare bad outing for Tom Henke. And Loudner and Reardon shake hands as the Twins win it 5-3. So 3 hours and 11 minutes. Your afternoon infomercials leading to the 6 o'clock news follows. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Twins left on 5. They go to 1-3. Jays drop to 2-3. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And they leave on 6. Greg Gagne going to be your Digital Dice MVP. His home run won it. Juan Berenguer, 3 innings, a 1-hit ball. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Could have pitched the 9th. Gets his first win. Reardon, the 3-batter save. Jimmy Key, 6 strong innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Eichhorn did his job, but Tom Henke, a third of an inning, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned in the home run, and Wells finished it up. And so the Jays fall a game and a half back. The rest of this Saturday in baseball, the 9th for you. Phillies beat the Mets 6-5. How about that? Calhoun 1-0. Randy Myers takes a loss. He's 0-1. Juan Samuel is second of the year. 3 for 4. Reds beat the Astros 4-2. Jose Rio gets his first win. Juan Augusto falls to 0-1. Eric Davis, 3 for 4, a home run, and a double. Cleveland beats Baltimore 6-2. Tom Candiani 1-1. Mike Boddicker 0-1. Brooke Jacoby is first of the year, drives in 3, 1 for 4. Kansas City behind Saberhagen 11-1. They pound out 17 hits. Saberhagen 2-0. Jack Morris 1-1. Kevin Seitzer 3 for 5 and 2 doubles. Yankees beat the Brewers 2-1. Tim Stoddard 1-0. Wegman, if he can't pitch, he can open up a grocery store chain. He's 0-1. Rob Deere, his first of the year, and drew a walk 1 for 2. The Dodgers lose to Atlanta 4-1. Tommy Glavine 1-0. Fernando Valenzuela 0-2, and Bruce Sutter picks up the save. Expos go to 2-3. They beat the Cubs 3-1. Tim Burke 1-0. Hall 0-1. Andres Galarraga hits his first, drives in 2. Seattle 3-1 over the White Sox. Langston 1-0. Horton 0-1. Todd Walker 2 for 4, a triple and a double. Pirates beat the Cardinals 5-2. Jones 1-0. Todd Worrell 0-2, and Jim Gott, who I can't believe wasn't tired after his 4 innings of relief the other day, picks up the save. Red Sox get their first win. How about that? They beat the Texas Rangers 4-3. Clemens goes to 1-1. Charlie Huff and Puffed is 0-1. Wade Boggs 3 for 4. San Francisco 12-3 over the Padres. Rick Russell 1-0. Grant 0-1. Spire 3 for 5, a homer and 4 RBI. Good start for the Giants. They're now 4-1. California beats Oakland 4-1. Mike Witt 2-0. Dave Stewart 1-1. Howell 2 for 3 with a triple. Tomorrow will be the Yankees and the Jays. Dotson versus Steve. We got the Cardinals and the Mets from Shea next Monday. And then the Tigers and the Royals next Tuesday. So that was a pretty good game. Anyone that we need to get San Francisco on. I don't want to do a doubleheader tomorrow. I don't want to do one on Wednesday. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll get the Giants on, and the Dodgers will be on as soon as they play someone besides the Braves. So thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow, it'll be the Yankees and the Jays from Exhibition Stadium, which means I got to do that up. And I think get the Padres on. They'll be on at some point. They weren't all that great in '88. But we might do a doubleheader tomorrow. So we'll do Cincinnati and San Francisco. So I don't tend to do games with teams that aren't all that great. So doubleheader tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern, San Francisco, Cincinnati, and the Jays and the Yankees from Toronto. Until then, thank you so much for watching. We'll spend some time together tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. So long.